informative workshop on yantra. Who all have used or heard about yantra before? So what do you know about yantra? What do you think yantra does and what is its purpose?
It attracts positive power.
Okay. Yantra attracts positive energy. Okay. Yes? Okay. And? Yes? और कोई? It represents something of the universe. It attracts positive energy. Okay? Anything else? So in Chakriyug, you know, we always go for the very scientific facts. So let us try to dissect the yantra and understand what it is. Yantra have been used since times immemorial by people. You will commonly find people either having a yantra at the entrance of their home or having near their shop counter, or they will be wearing a locket of the yantra, or even the tabiz that people put on the arm, it has also got a yantra. You must have seen that these yantra are put on different materials. Long back they used to be drawn on bhojpatra. Yes? Then people started putting them in metals. Commonly they are used in copper, brass, silver, gold. In different metals, people are etching those yantra. In many cultures, they are even drawing the yantra like a rangoli in front of the house. And even if you see in the West, people popularly use yantra and they call them mandalas. And they have got many different types, tree of life mandalas and all. They are popularly drawing it and they are placing it on the wall. And they believe that by gazing at it, you get some positive energy. So let us try to now understand what actually yantra does. What is a yantra? Yantra means instrument. It is a geometric design acting as a highly efficient tool for contemplation, concentration and meditation. Yantra was initially designed by universe for meditation. It is said that Shiva told Parvati all the details about the yantra. Yantra carries spiritual significance. The yantra provides a focal point that is the window into the absolute. Yantra actually defines a God. It defines a creative energy. It is actually like a window through which you can reach the window. So yantra provides a focal point that is the window into the absolute. When the mind is concentrated on a yantra, the mental chatter ceases. Yantra is an aid to attain union with God by geometric visualization. Simple definition. Just like you pray to idols of gods. Yes, today you want to invoke Ganpati. You will pray to his idol or you will chant his mantra. There is another way you can invoke Ganesh is by focusing on his yantra. By wearing his yantra, by installing the yantra, or by doing meditation on the yantra, you actually can connect with God. So when the mind is concentrated on a yantra, the mental chatter ceases like magic because it's an instrument of meditation. Yantra is an aid to attain union with God by geometric visualization. So here we have shown Ganesh yantra with Ganesh, Kuber yantra with Lord Kuber. Yantra is a picture of the macrocosm. It is like a small microcosmic picture of the microcosm. It is focused on a specific force or creative energy. Our Hindu religion is very easy for people to follow because every single force or Shakti or a creative energy, we have given it a physical form. So today, intelligence, wisdom is Saraswati. The strength is Hanuman. Dharma is Ram. love, creativity is Krishna. Detachment, self-realization is Shiva. Knowledge is Gayatri. For us, it is easy to pray to figures, right? Rather than just adjectives or adverbs or verbs. Yes or no? So it is easy in our Hindu religion to go to align with these godheads because we have given them figures. But actually, what they represent, actually, what all the gods represent, they represent a creative force or a kind of force which you need on your path to self-realization. There is no physical Ganesh or physical Lakshmi or physical Gayatri existing. They are not humans, but they are energies. They are symbolic energies. So for us to pray to someone who is like us, because eventually gods are inside us only, to pray to someone like us by saying Ma, right, by calling them Ma or calling them by any name, it's easy to fall in love with a human being, yes or no? It's easy to fall in love with a person rather than fall in love with an energy. How can you call wisdom intelligent? It's better to call Saraswati Gayatri. And these energies can be called into our lives by many ways. One is you can keep an idol of them. Yes? आज आप idol क्यों रखते हो? You all like घर के entrance पे हो गया, drawing room में हो गया, living room में हो गया, on your work table you like to keep some idol of God. It does have some energy. It's not that it doesn't have a significance. You can't call the actual God, but you can have that symbol, photograph. So you can invoke a God by either keeping the idol, or you can invoke by remembering the mantra of the God. And mantras also are many. He has given us small Bij mantras. They have given us long Gayatri mantras, or even longer Stotra or Kavacham, or Stutis, or Artis. So he said that you can remember me in so many ways. You want to sing, you sing a bhajan or an arti. If you want to enlighten yourself, chant the Gayatri mantra of that God. Every single God has got a Gayatri mantra. So there are many ways to worship gods, and this is one other way, which is yantra. They say that you don't want to see the figure, you see the mandala, you see the geometry. Many Western people are very attracted to yantra because they can associate with the geometries faster. And many people also, they find aligning to geometries easier. It is the same. You want to pray to a physical form like a figure, or you want to pray to a geometry, there is no difference. We all know about the Shri Yantra. It's a very popular yantra and it is a symbol of the entire cosmos. Then we say like this, actually what is the Shri Yantra? Shri Yantra is basically a symbol of your life path. The path that you travel to attain your life purpose is Shri Yantra. Shri Yantra is your entire life. When you pray to Shri Yantra, you come closer and closer to your life purpose, what you have come to do in your life. Now, how do the yantra work? Let us see the scientific reason. How do they work? The basis of the yantra is shape energy or form energy. We all know that every shape emits a very specific frequency and energy pattern. Every single religion has got some symbol or shape with which they align to. Christians will wear the cross and they remember the cross and know that they are close to Christ. What will the Sikh do? They will have the symbol of Khanda, right? They will hold it close. Muslims have crescent and moon symbol. We know about the pyramid symbol. We know that the moment we see Trishul, we are reminded of Shiva. Pentagon is used by many cultures as a positive symbol. They are drawn on paper, wood, metal, earth, or they can be three-dimensional. When one focuses on a yantra, his mind is automatically tuned in by resonance into the specific form energy of that yantra. This is the way they scientifically work. The shapes that are inside the yantra, they are made in such a way. The shapes inside the yantra, they are made in such a way that when you focus on the yantra, your mind gets tuned through resonance to the energy of the yantra, and the energy of the yantra is finally tuned to the specific Godhead, specific creative force in the universe. Yantra works like a mantra. Here is the Gayatri yantra and here is the Gayatri mantra. A yantra diagram is composed from geometric shapes which create a subtle sphere of force corresponding to the invoked energy. Mantra chanting also creates an energy that vibrates on the same wavelength with the corresponding infinite energy present in the macro spectrum. Thus, the energy of the yantra and the mantra comes from the creation as a. That's why both yantra and mantra work in the same. Now let us see the structure of the yantra. Every yantra has got a doorway. It is the boundary between the object and the subject of meditation. It is the boundary between you and the infinite energy. Every yantra has got a doorway. The doorway can have multiple steps to go inside the yantra. The core of the yantra is composed of one or more geometric shapes like dots, lines, triangles, squares, circles, lotuses, representing in different ways the subtle energies. In the center of the yantra there is a bindu. Right? Now some yantra don't have bindu, but you have to visualize that there is a bindu. This is the union. This is the place where union happens between you and the God. This is the place of union with the divine energy. Yantra are commonly composed of triangles. The downward triangle is the Shakti triangle, which is the fire element or your Chit. Chit means consciousness. The upward pointing triangle represents the Shiv code or the water element or the soul. The union of them is the star, which is the union of Purush and Prakriti or Shiva and Shakti, without which there cannot be any creation. Creation always happens because of the union between a male and a female. Yantras will have circles. Circle represents perfection and the creative power of the Vishuddha Chakra, where there is a Vayu Tattva. The triangle is the shape of the Agni Tattva. Circle is the shape of the Vayu Tattva. And the square, which is also called Dupur, this is the shape of the Prakriti Tattva, which is your body, which is your physical self. Other than this, a yantra may have many different shapes also. Arrows, points, tridents, swords, spikes. They represent vector and direction of action for the yantra energies. Commonly, yantra will have lotus, Padma. This represents your chakras. The lotus is both a symbol of purity and variety. Every lotus petal represents a different aspect. Lotus represents rising above the impurity and vices of the world. Today, if you want to have union with the God, you have to pass through many stages. You have to pass through the stage of your physical self. Right? You have to become a lotus pure so that you can rise above all the obstacles and impurity to have that union. You have to have that power of Shakti. You have to have that awareness of the Shiv, the triangle. And you have to have the creative energy of the Vishuddha to have union with any God. Yes? To have union, you need to learn certain lessons in life, and the path of the yantra is learning the lessons so that you can have union with him. Union with him means embodying his positive properties within you. Today when you have union with Ganpati, you will have riddhi, siddhi, stability in life. When you have got union with Mahamrityunjaya Shiva, you will have fearlessness, you will have full potential, creativity, etc. in your life. That is the meaning of union. Now we come to how to meditate on a yantra. First what you do is, you hang the yantra on a wall facing north or east, because these are very positive directions. North is the direction where you get the energy from the North Pole. East is the energy which you receive from the rising sun. Right? East direction is the direction of the rising sun. So you hang the yantra so that it gets energy. Place the center of the yantra at the level of your eyes. Sit with spine straight and relax. Fix your eyes on the bindu and see the whole yantra at once. Continue gazing for something like 5 minutes. Keep on looking only at the bindu, but when you look at the bindu, you should be able to look at the whole yantra at once. Then, as you chant the mantra of the yantra, start going outwards till you reach the door. You will do it practically also. Then again start from the doorway and enter the focal point, chanting the mantra at each stage, at each padam, each circle, each triangle. Repeat going inward as many as 27 times, 54 times or 108 times. It is like one time from the bindu you go till the bhupur. And after that you keep on going inward. Inward, 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 inward. You will see magic happen. What will happen? Just at a time of just like 7 days of yantra meditation, you will be able to tap into the same yantric energy even without it. Even if you close your eyes, you will be able to see the yantra. And in time, you will not be able to tell whether the yantra is within you or you are within the yantra. This is the state of non-duality. So this is how the yantra meditation works. Now this is the diagram of the perfect Ganesh yantra. At Rudra Center, see we have been dealing with yantras in the last 16 years. At Rudra Center, my endeavor was to find the perfect diagram. If you today go in the market, people have made own diagrams, they have missed triangles, they have missed circles, so the diagram is not complete. At Rudra Center, our focus is to find the perfect authentic diagram for these yantras. So this is the complete diagram for a Ganesh yantra. You can see from the bhupur there are steps, right? Center. No, bhupur means the boundary. From here you enter the yantra. So from the bhupur you will see that there are lines. After this you will see the circle, then you will see the petals, then another circle, and then the triangle, and finally the star, and finally in the center there is the
Om Gan Ganpataye Namaha. 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 ओम गण गणपतये नमः। 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 ओम गण गणपतये नमः।
Everyone is clear how we are doing this, right? But of course, it needs a lot of focus because you have to constantly focus that you are going within. But it acts magic in within just 7 days. Now, yantras, they are made in very different types. I'll introduce you to how the different types of yantras are made. One is the same Ganpati yantra we have made in 3D form. We are the first company in the world who made yantras like this in 3D form. So basically you can see how, these are the steps to reach Ganesh. After the Gopur, you can see the steps, right? And then finally you can see this circles. How you are climbing the Vishuddha Chakra, creative energy, and then you are going through the petals, yes, and then another circle, and then triangle, and then another 2 triangles, and finally this is the this same yantra you can make it in 2D form, but this is the real 3D form, which is very powerful. Here you can just keep the yantra like this. It doesn't matter you keep like this or you keep like this. Doesn't matter. भगवान सो रहे हो या बैठे हो, He is God. Right? So you can hang them on the wall. You can keep on a platform. And when you meditate, as we just discussed, you just look at the center point and you try to visualize the whole yantra. Keep on just looking at the center point, visualizing the whole yantra. You do it for about 5 minutes, and after that you go outward, and after that come. So you visualize it, just do it for 7 days. You will start noticing that I achieve stability in my life. मेरी जिंदगी में स्थिरता आ रही है, रिद्धि, बुद्धि, सिद्धि, You start noticing stability in your career. You start noticing because he is the lord of the Mooladhara Chakra. So Mooladhara Chakra के जितने properties है, you will start getting those properties by praying to Ganesha. Now the same yantra can be made, right, in a plate form. Okay, you can make this in a plate form, and this, it comes in many sizes. In our center, we sell this starting from a size of 2 inches. A 2-inch one is good to put in your pocket, and then a 3-inch one, 5-inch one, then we deal in 9-inch, 12-inch. Size actually doesn't matter, right? It's up to you. But what happens is, if you are meditating, then size doesn't matter. But if you are keeping the yantra for your dwelling, for your home, for your office, the bigger the yantra, the bigger surface it can handle. Energy can flow to that much of surface. And we have to understand, today even if we install a Ganpati idol and we are not meditating on the idol, still we know the positive energy is coming. So for a yantra, even if you don't meditate, you don't follow this ritual, the positive energy will always be there. Just the presence of the yantra in your home or your office will create a subtle sphere of energy in the environment, and it will balance the Mooladhara Chakra. It will give the positive energy of removing the obstacles, removing the struggles of all the people present in the environment. So today, if you want positive energy for your environment, you install it in a common place. You can install it near the entrance of your home. See, understand, even the direction of placement of the yantra doesn't really much matter. You can install it anywhere in your house, preferably facing north or east. But if you keep it in the northeast area of your house, you will get most energy. Why is that? Why keeping in the northeast you will get most energy? Because northeast is Ishan. Northeast is the crown chakra of your house. Today when someone gives you blessings, will they give from here or will they touch your shoulder? They will give here. So today northeast is the place where all the energy comes inside the house. So if you keep a yantra in the northeast, you will get the maximum benefits. Because the energy will come like a force, and it is propelled by the energy of the North Pole and energy from the East. It is a confluence of North and East direction. So you will get the maximum energy in your house. But in your house you don't have a very favorable Northeast. Understand? In the Northeast you have got suppose a toilet or it is used for a storeroom and you are not able to keep a yantra. It is better to keep a yantra in a place where you visit most often. It's better to keep it in the living room, keep it in a common place where most of your family gathers. Yes? Then another way is this. You can hang the yantra. See, universe always makes things for you so that you are excited. So you can hang the yantra like this. It has got a picture of Ganesh also and it has got the Ganesh yantra on the side. So you can hang it on your doorway, so that anyone who enters the house is getting positive energy. Another is this. You want a small one, you can just keep this on your table. You can keep it on your children, on the desktop of your children's study table, so that when they study, they have more focus. So you can keep it like a desktop. Behind is Ganesh. So you can keep like this. You can use it like a desktop and put it on your work table, study table, work desk. This is another yantra, Kuber, but we make like a jockey. It means that this is more symbolic. It has the yantra also, and it has got the god also, and it looks beautiful. See, intentionally it should look nice if you want to keep in your house. Another method what we are doing is we are printing on gemstone plates. We have gemstone plates, and on this is a Shri yantra. So we etch them on the plates. Another method is, if you are not happy with those designs, no, they are not very nice, I don't like them. So what you can do is, you can wear them like a locket. These are all made in pure silver. So you can wear them like a pure silver locket. So that they look like a jewelry also, and this. You can wear like a jewelry, you can wear as a pendant. Okay, so we have this silver locket. If you say, no ma'am, this locket is too big, I don't like big, you say, okay, don't worry, we'll give you a small locket. Someday you should wear the. Then you say, no ma'am, I don't like pendants, they don't really look good on me, I'm very fashionable. So they say, okay, don't worry, you wear them like a ring. Okay? You say, no ma'am, I don't want pendant and all. Okay, take ring. So you can take this ring and you can wear them on your finger. Actually, it doesn't matter. As I said, God is everywhere. See, you have definite directions for things that are egos. But for gods who are totally egoless, He is omnipresent. For Him, direction also doesn't matter. So actually, you can wear on any finger. Okay? So, this is Ganesh Yantra. Then you say, no ma'am, silver is expensive. I want something cheaper. Okay, don't worry, take it copper. So, we'll give you in a copper. You say, come on, it's only 300 rupees, but you can take in a copper. Similarly, if we have copper locket, just like we have this, we have copper locket here. We can wear it copper locket, so they are cheap. Then you say, ma'am, these lockets look very boring. I like that. Then you say, okay, don't worry, you can wear them locket like this. Okay? This diagram is something like 3D. So you can see the yantra from here. So you can wear it like a 3D diagram. We call it wooden locket. So you can wear it like this. Then they say anything more, nothing here excited me. So you say, okay, fine, don't worry, you can wear it like a bracelet. Okay? So you can wear yantra like a bracelet. See, it is like reminding you, and it's more powerful than worshipping a deity form. Yantra is an exact diagram of the form. Right? So it's more faster. So you can wear it like a bracelet. So we have different designs of bracelets. Okay. Then Shri Yantra is a very popular yantra. So we make it like a pendant. A nice pendant which you can wear. And all the time remember that I have to realize my life purpose. I have to come closer to my life purpose. Then you say, ma'am, Shri Yantra, do you have some other design? No, we have got a ring. You can wear a ring of the Shri Yantra. Then say, ma'am, I like only gold. I say, no problem, you wear a gold ring. Okay, then we have it gold. We also have it gold plated copper. So like this. Then say, ma'am, but I want to pray to many gods. Right? You are giving me only one yantra, one god. I cannot wear so many lockets. But I want all the gods. I want fast spiritual realization. I believe in fast. Don't worry, we have something for that. This is a yantra which I designed, which we call Siddha Mahashakti Kavach. It's the fastest selling yantra in our center. Here, in the same one yantra, we have put 16 yantras inside. 16 gods at one time. This is my invention after a lot of meditation. So basically, this yantra I made after a lot of research, in which I put 16 yantras. All powerful 16 yantras, and this is in the form of a bracelet. I found that this works very well when you wear it on the right hand, in a specific direction. Right? So this has got 16 yantras. If people wear it here or they wear it. We have got another one, which is Siddha Mahalakshmi Kavach. This also has got 16 yantras. This one. And then we have got one more, which is the Das Mahavidya Kavach, which has got all the 10 Das Mahavidyas. So basically, you say, man, which yantras are there in the Siddha Mahashakti? So I will read out. It has got Ganesh, Ram Raksha, Mahamrityunjay, Sudarshan, Brahma, Krishna, Hanuman, Shiv, Kailashdan Raksha, Moon, Guru, Mangal, Ketu, Surya, Bhumi and Kartik. So say, no man, these gods are okay, I want more. Because see, Siddha Mahashakti has all the gods for stability, strength, grounding. it has got the gods of the lower chakras. Then you say, ma'am, lower chakras are okay, I have problem manifesting in the outside world. Okay, understand that every person here sitting in this room or in this world is either in the lower chakras or is either in the upper chakras. Okay, today if you have problem with self, you always have issues that I have low self-confidence, right? I have low willpower, people take advantage of me, I am powerless, I am victimized. Most of your issues are with yourself. You have issues with the lower chakras. Your Mooladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipura are imbalanced. Then the Mahashakti completely resists you. But on the other hand, if you say, ma'am, I know myself, I am well educated, I am good, I have got no issues with myself, but I have issues with the world. I have problem, doing my business, or I have problem manifesting wealth in my life, or I cannot have growth because of this person, because of this situation. You don't have problem with yourself, but you have problem creating or manifesting in the outside world. What you need to do? You need to activate your Shakti chakras, which are your top chakras. All your top chakras are Shakti chakras. For that, you need the Mahalakshmi Ratna Kavacha. Mahalakshmi Kavacha, not Ratna, Mahalakshmi Kavacha. Now what are the yantras in this? It has Shri Yantra, Durga Yantra, Mahalakshmi Yantra, Kanak Dhara, Indrakshi Yantra, Lakshmi Visa, Gayatri, Saraswati, Karya Siddhi, Manokamna, Vishnu, Kuber, Shani, Buddha, Venus and Mars. These are all for the upper chakras for intelligence and creativity. And Mahashakti had all the yantras for the lower chakras for fearlessness, for self-worth, for power, for self-esteem. They were all for the lower chakras for this one is the Mahalakshmi Kavach. Then we came to the Das Mahavidya. Now Das Mahavidya are basically different forms of Durga. Basically for attainment of various siddhis. Many people like to pray to Das Mahavidya for lot of protection and also for many different siddhis, it could be even tantric siddhis. So basically they are Kali, Tara, Tripur Sundari, Bhuvaneshwari, Chinnamasta, Tripur Bhairavi, Dhumavati, Baglamukhi, Matangi and Kamla. So this is the different kavach. Then you say, I want to see some more designs. I am not get very excited. So we have got basically these yantras in three-dimensional form in brass buckets. So we have the Shri Yantra, we have the Shiv Yantra, we have the Navgraha Yantra like this in EV brass buckets. Now since Shri Yantra is a very popular yantra, it is made in many forms. This is what we make in our center. Accurate geometry like this. So this is what we make in bronze. Now the Shri Yantra could be hollow from here or it could have a colored plate. But actually it doesn't come. I personally feel the hollow one is better. Because if you look at a plate one and you just push it from the back, it will become three. So logically, hollow one is good, but doesn't really matter. So this is the Shri Yantra, which you can keep in the entrance of your business place. Right? You can keep it in your altar. So this is again the Shri Yantra. In many different forms we have got. So this is a smaller version of the Shri Yantra. So when they pray, now there are many ways of praying to the yantra. Just like there are many ways to pray to an idol. Today what you do, some people what they will do, they will keep the idol and they will meditate in front of it. Yes? Some people will do abhishek. They will, bathe the idol with milk, honey, water, and then they will offer kumbh. So same thing for yantra. You can do abhishek of the yantra. If you don't want to meditate, you say, I don't have that much focus, I don't want to meditate, no problem. You can do the abhishek. It will give the same result. You can keep the yantra, you can wash it with water, milk, again with water, and after that you can put on the tip. And all the time you look at the tip and put. It will give the same results as meditation. And as I was telling about the Mahashakti Kavach, so it has got the yantras, and these are the type of yantras in them. These these fine yantras are inside the kavach. These ones. Very fine, finely etched yantras, they are inside the kavach. This is the kavach, and these are the yantras inside the kavach. Like this. So we have 16 yantras which are embedded inside the kavach. This is a very powerful yantra because after wearing it, just after 7-8 days, as it starts aligning with you, you start hearing these mantras in your ears. Imagine 16 mantras going on together, fighting for your attention. So definitely it gives a lot of impact. So a lot of people, they buy this and they are very satisfied with the effects of this. I suggest first we focus on one set of chakras. If you feel that my lower chakras are blocked, first go for the lower chakras. After that, when you feel confident, then you go for the upper chakras. There's no use balancing both of them at the same time. See, understand that restrictions, they are all man-made taboos. See, what do the restrictions say? The restrictions say that at certain times you don't feel the energy of the yantra. Today, suppose you are eating food or you are in any kind of tamasic activity. How will the effect of the mantra go on you? Will you be able to even hear the mantra? Is it possible खाना खाते समय आप बोल रहे हो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय? नहीं होता ना? वही है, यंत्र पहने रहो. Let the yantra be there. You don't need to remove the yantra. But you can continue wearing the yantra, but you should know that at times of physical tamasic activities, the effects are not realized. Effects are not felt. That's the only thing. There is no restriction. You can wear all the time. Night you are sleeping. If night you are sleeping, even if Lakshmi comes with a pot of gold, you are not there to receive it. So better take it off in the night. Okay? क्योंकि सारा आपको सारा जो यंत्र का रिजल्ट मिलने वाला है वो रात को मिल रहा है. So no use, no. So better remove in the night and in the morning after bath again. And all these items need a little energization. So what you can do is you can take some dhoop, right? Burn it and see the fumes and all, and keep the yantra over the fumes. If not every day, at least once a week. Washing in salt water is not for yantra, it is for crystals. But best is to keep over the fumes. You can just keep over the fumes. Sometimes if you want, you can offer Gangajal, or you can offer flowers, you can offer some rice. One good way is that when you install the yantra, see now when the yantra is installed on a wall, you can't be doing prayers, lot of prayers. But what you can do is, once a week you can offer incense, right? You can purify the yantra, and every day when you leave for work, just do darshan of the yantra, right? Say your silent prayer, look at the bindu for as long as possible, and then leave for work. Just acknowledge the yantra that I know you exist in my dwelling. So you can do that. As I said that every yantra you can do either a ritual worship or you can meditate about it, right? There are 3 ways of worshipping a yantra. One is you can do a ritual worship, that is you do the abhishek, and after abhishek you put kumkum and you treat it like a living entity and you offer prasad, right? And you light a diya in front of it. That is one method. Second method is meditation. You just meditate on the yantra and become one with the yantra. And third is you install it in your surroundings. It is there. You know it is working. Whenever you are leaving for work or whenever you are there, just acknowledge the yantra. It will work. Even when you are wearing a locket, you can just wear it. Acknowledge that you are wearing it. It will give the results. See, many of the things, no, they are taboos. It's nothing like this. It's not that you have to remain very pure and all, but you have to understand that when you are very serious about sadhana, when you are very serious that I want to do a sadhana, I want to have union with God, it is good to have a kind of practice or a kind of strict discipline within yourself. It always helps. Yes or no? Spiritual discipline के लिए तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. मूलाधार चक्र में है कि you have to train your body. For everything you have to either train your mind, train your senses. So today if you are on the spiritual path, following discipline is always advised. What happens if the geometry is not correct? It will not work. Yes or no? If your geometry has got some triangle or some petal missing, it will not work. but it's not going to become some other yantra and create negative effect for you. Nothing. See, one is, that I see that sometimes people put yantras. Suppose a person is not able to sell his house. Okay, what one person will do? He will install the yantras everywhere, but the house is locked. Now God will not work on an empty place. Yes or no? So one is the yantra should be in a place where people are there. No? Because ultimately the effect of the yantra is going to come on what? Is it going to come on the bricks or the stone or the paint? It's going to come on you, no? So yantra has to be in your vicinity. That's why it is best to install yantra where you visit often. There's no use of putting the yantra in the northeast where you don't even visit. It's a storeroom and you have kept in the northeast. You have to keep where it is visible for. You can get the positive energy. So if the Vastu person had installed a lot of yantra, I don't know whether he did the Pran Pratishtha or not, did he energize it or not. Then what you do is you can just visit it, you can just do darshan of it, you can offer incense and all over it maybe once a week. Everything needs energy, no? Everything needs some kind of exchange of energy to actually work. Any diagram, not Sri Yantra, any diagram which you make in a 3D form is a medium. So now these yantras, I showed you the Ganesh yantra. Now this is the Durga yantra in 3D form. Durga yantra we have made in 3D form. Then we have made the Shri yantra in 3D form, and this is the most authentic yantra. This one, because we made in 3D form, and this is the most authentic. Yeah. So this is the yantra we made in 3D form. This is your diagram to find your life purpose. This is your life purpose. You have to climb so many layers, you have to cross so many different yoginis, so many temptations. Right? You have to cross. Cross means you can't go back. So it's crossing so many temptations to actually reach the tip. Basically, it is said it is a union of Lalita Tripur Sundari, right? And Shiva. And who is Shiva? And who is Lalita Tripur Sundari? No, Shiva is you. Shiva is you. And Lalita Tripur Sundari is your life purpose, is your creation. So this is your life purpose and you have to settle here. This is you. When you say union, you have to be here. This is your union with Lalita Tripur Sundari. This is your union with your life purpose, that is here. Today if you keep this yantra and you hear Khadak Mala Sloka, Mahishasur Mardini, Lalita Sahasranaam, Lalita Trishakti, you will achieve union very fast. Our ultimate realization is union with Shiv. Yes? Shivoham. ये हमारा ultimate realization. Now what is the meaning of this ultimate realization and what is the meaning of Shivoham? Right? जो शिव है is your pure Atma, which is Paramatma itself. और जब हम कहते हैं Om Namah Shivaya, what does it mean? What does it mean? Om Namah Shivaya? No, it doesn't mean I salute the Brahma. What is the meaning of Om Namah Shivaya? शिव को प्रणाम करना है. सबसे पहले समझो what is the meaning of this. Om Namah Shivaya means I am none other than Shiva. Namaha. It is not Namo. Right? It is not Naman. It is Om Namah Shivaya. आज what happens is in the spiritual journey, जब आपका योग होता है, right? You have yoga with your mind, with your body, with your senses. एक समय आता है you have to realize I am none other than Shiva. Today your thoughts are going in so many different directions, right? Because you feel you are separate from others. Slowly you have to realize it is only you only in this world. Other people in this world, they are just your extension. जो दुनिया में बाकी लोग हैं, जो प्रकृति है, it is just your extension. Only you exist. It also means aham brahmasmi. Only I exist. There is nobody else. जैसे मैं typical example बताती हूँ. Imagine you are playing a game of Lego blocks. Okay? अब आप लेगो ब्लॉक से यू वांट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट अ शिप. अब आपके पास सारे लेगो ब्लॉक्स हैं. You know in your mind, I want to make a ship. You are happy making the ship. You are designing the ship with joy. Yes? तो आप वो लेगो ब्लॉक्स को ज्वाइन कर करके अपनी शिप बना रहे हो और आनंदित हो रहे हो. That is life. आज अगर कोई लेगो ब्लॉक फिट नहीं हो रहा है तो you are removing it and getting another block. That is partnerships. Finding the ideal block. अगर कोई ब्लॉक है थोड़ा सा फिट नहीं हो रहा है, you will adjust it, you will stretch it, you will adjust it and fit it. But sometimes you have to break some part and join something else to construct your ship. But till you give attention to the Lego blocks, right? Till you keep on looking at the Lego blocks, can you make your ship? You will all the time think, oh, this block doesn't want me. He doesn't like me. He doesn't want to make my ship. It is hurting me. It is betraying me. It is cheating me. It is taking advantage of me. मैंने देखो इसको फिट किया, now it is not happy. Now I know कि मेरा डिजाइन ऊपर नहीं जा रहा है and I want to remove it and now it is fighting with me. Today your problem is you are looking at the Lego blocks. जिस दिन आपने Lego block को देखना छोड़ दिया और ये सोचा कि मुझे तो मेरी शिप बनानी है, अब मुझे जो फिट होता है मैं वो Lego block यूज करूंगी. Whatever fits me I will use. What doesn't fit me I will not use. If there is some particular Lego block I need to adjust. Something like some person I have to counsel, some person I have to, lecture or I have to train so that that person gets aligned to me and it fits the block. I will do that. I will do whatever necessary to make my ship because making my ship gives me ananda. Right? I will do whatever possible to make my ship because that makes me happy. Lego blocks are just tools and instruments in my life. Today in your life, all the people around you, whether it is your family, whether it is your colleagues, whether it is your friends, all of them, they are just tools for you to make your ship. Don't be too much bothered about the tools. Know how to use the tools in the right way. Know how to use them in the right way and to make your ship. So Om Namah Shivaya is you tell your consciousness, I am none other than Shiva. This is a moksha mantra. I am none other than Shiva. I am none other than Shiva. Shivaya Nama Om. और मेरा नाम है शिव. I am none other than Shiva and my name is Shiv. I am none other than Shiva and my name is Shiv. See, it's not about whether you need. It's about whether you want. क्या आप चाहते हो? Use it. There's nothing like need. आपको actually किसी चीज की जरूरत नहीं. Today if you meditate, today if you are ready to do everything yourself, you don't need anything. But if you want some help in your life, that okay, I can get an additional help of a yantra, it's your choice. Right? Everything is choice only. It's just a love for the God. Many times we wear certain things because we are very attuned to a particular God. We are very attuned to Mahalakshmi, very attuned to Gayatri, and you want to be with her all the time. You want the yantra to be on the body. It's your choice. So you see, सबसे पहले we have to understand that today astrologers and all these people whom you are going to, they create a fear factor in the mind. कि आपको बहुत जरूरी है, राहु आपका खराब है. भाई planet कैसे खराब हो सकता है? अब सोचो ना, how can a planet be bad? How can a God be bad to you? How can you be bad to yourself? Will you slap yourself? Will you punch yourself? No. All gods, all planets are inside you. Number one, we have to understand we are all born creators, right? We are born to create in this world. Okay? We live a life of suffering till we don't realize that we are creators. जैसे आज मैंने एक जोक पढ़ा था, I heard a saying today that today, if you fall in the water, you will have problems because you don't know how to swim. Similarly, when you fall into situations, you have problems because you don't know how to handle them. Yes or no? So we have to understand that when we take birth, in our initial years of our life, we don't know how to handle situations. And because of that, our ego takes charge. And our ego tells us, you are having problems because this person is bad, or the world is bad, or you are very weak within you, or the planets are bad. And because of that, you go into illusion. Today, your biggest fear is that you are attributing your problems to the outside world. And that is why in the different chakra classes, you are taught how to handle the problems. Yes or no?
Yes.
In Mooladhara, you are taught how to release the fear of work. In Swadhisthana, you are taught how to not allow people to take advantage of you. Yes? How to make your own boundary, how to defend yourself, how to stand up for yourself. In Manipura, you are taught everything is a partnership. Don't be too dependent on anybody and don't take too much responsibility for anyone. Everyone has to stand on their own feet. In heart chakra, you are taught that you have to release this mistrust. You have to forgive people, but you have to deal with everything with love. You have to deal with everyone with love. Yes or no? Today, if you fight with someone, what will you get? More negativity. And there is no limit to that. Right? Someone abuses you, you abuse the person. Then he slaps you, you slap the person. Then he hits you, you hit the person. There is no limit, no? But today, if he says something to you, and you say, come on, बैठ जा भाई, क्या problem है? You know, you are compassionate, you are loving, आपने झगड़ा वहीं stop कर दिया. So love is the shortcut to all the fights, all the arguments. Yes or no? Today you are very upset with an employee. You shout at the employee, you get angry with him. It's actually no use. He is going to reply back in a more abusive way, or he is going to leave the company. It's not going to really solve any problem. Yes? But today, if you talk in a more mature, more understanding way, with love, with compassion, trying to understand what is his problem, the solution is there. So love is the solution of all the problems. So in the initial years, as you are evolving, you are coming out of the darkness of ignorance. You have problem. Because you don't know where is the problem. You are attributing it to people, attributing it to the stars, attributing it to your destiny, attributing to your own weakness. You can't find a problem. Vishuddha Chakra, you learn how to communicate. How to make people understand your point. How to understand them also. How to speak your truth without fear. Agya Chakra, you learn to see solutions in the right way. You learn to see things with the right perspective. It is not about my perspective. It is not about your perspective. It is about the right perspective. We realize that in this world, it is all the difference of perspective. My perspective is coming from my experiences in life. Your perspective is coming from your experiences in life. And in Crown Chakra, we realize gratitude. He is there for us. He has made everything for our benefit. We have to feel grateful within us. So now what happens is the problems happen because we are not handling the problems. But understand why there are problems at all. Now this is a very big question. But okay, understand, I don't know how to handle the problems. But why there are problems at all? What is the root? Why there are problems? Why we have to evolve? Now the more basic question. हमें क्यों evolve होना है? हम पहले से क्यों नहीं खुश, मस्त, enjoy करने वाले हैं? Ask. Why? क्यों evolve होना है? हमें क्यों ऐसी तकलीफें सहनी है? Why? क्यों competition? When we are creators, when we are gods, why we have created competition? Why we have created devils? Why we have created negativity? Yes, Piyush?
Life purpose. Right.
No, we will find our life purpose. That's fine. But why this negativity and why these, challenges and pulling down? Why? क्यों ये सब? क्यों ये सब ड्रामा? शांति से क्यों नहीं जी सकते सामने? Why there was karma at all? Why? See, ignorant
learning
ego.
lesson. The learning lesson what you've been teaching us.
Yes,
So,
dear.
the day I learned it, it's no problem.
I am asking more rude question. Why there are lessons? Why there are lessons? Today, if we are gods, if we are creators, if we are Shiva, why we have created such a life of
Because we have
season?
forgotten who we are. Because we have forgotten who we are. And we have deviated from our.
That's what I was also saying. Like, once I know, if I really incorporate that Satya Chitta Ananda
Yeah.
thing, फिर तो problem.
But why have I forgotten? If I am
Yeah,
God
why
and
you-
I have taken birth, why have I forgotten?
Because of my mind.
Maya.
Okay, Maya, we have forgotten.
Rithis and this.
More easier answer I'm going to give you. Yes.
And the soul or consciousness goes in circles, goes in circles. निकलता है, मर्ज होता है, वापस बिंदु पे आता है, बिंदु से वापस बाहर जाके. So in that journey of the soul, it's just experiences which add on. So वो बिंदु से फिर बाहर के boundary पे
But
जाके.
today people will say, I don't want these experiences. So much of torture. See, people who are living with suffering. Pucho, do you want this suffering? They say, no, I don't want this Bindu coming out, going back like a clown. I don't want. ये क्या बात है? मुझे नहीं चाहिए.
And the fun is to go from bindu to outside inside without getting affected by it. That is the.
That's okay. That you have to learn, no? But why all this? Okay. Now why all this? I'll tell you the very, very root answer to it, which will awaken your eyes. वो ठीक है, और वो सब आता है for expectation, your fears, your desperation, your frustration, your helplessness, वो सब दुनिया भर के adjectives आ जाते हैं. It's okay. See, understand that ठीक है, journey तो है ही, we have to become creator, but understand why we are having these problems. Something I'll tell you in a very, very basic way which you will understand. What does your body need to survive? Food. What does your mind need to survive? Knowledge. आज अगर आपके माइंड को कोई भी नॉलेज नहीं मिला, will you survive? Yes, you're not learning anything. आप कुछ भी नया नहीं सीख रहे हो, you will fall into depression. Yes or no? What do your senses need? They need pleasure or pain. They need difference. खट्टा मीठा, खट्टा मीठा, मीठा मीठा खाओगे, नहीं डायबिटीज तो बहुत दूर की बात है, खुद ही बोर हो जाओगे. मीठा खाओगे, दूसरी मीठी का टेस्ट नहीं आएगा. Yes or no? You become tasteless. So your senses need pleasure, pain to survive. Your soul needs challenges to survive. That's the only answer. You have to understand you are a creator, and if you don't have challenges, you will not survive. It's a food for you.
मैम आप भी बोलते हो सोल को कुछ नहीं करता है. आप भी बोलते हो सोल को कुछ नहीं
You have to understand. See, soul is an intelligence. Soul is an intelligence. करता तो body, mind, senses है. करवाता है. But we have to understand. Soul is an intelligence.
and pleasure pain सब चाहिए.
Soul, no, it doesn't need pleasure, pain. Soul needs creativity to survive. Soul needs intelligence to survive. Because intelligence can only survive if it is using the intelligence. If you are not using your intelligence, how will you survive? Every minute you have to use your intelligence. Every minute you are trained for it. Are you understanding? आज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को सर्वाइव करने के लिए क्या है? It needs a channel. It needs to flow. Yes or no? आप रोक दो उसको यहाँ और यहाँ से. It's gone, right? It needs not to survive. Your intelligence will survive when it is creating every moment. It has to be infinite. Otherwise, it will not survive. You don't have to become a creator. You are creator from very beginning. But you have to realize that you have to be a constant creator all your life, and you are only a creator. Om Namah Shivaya. I'm only a creator. I'm nothing else. My name is Shiv. I'm only a creator. And we have to understand we are only creators. We are a supreme intelligence. To survive, we created all these problems. Because only when we handle these problems, you evolve. Then more problems will be visible. Then you evolve. Then more problems are visible. Then you evolve. It's not necessarily problems. When you are calling it problems, you are in a lower state of consciousness. It is not problem. It is a better evolution. It is an evolution. It is not a problem also. It's not a problem. Today when you were a child, were you a problem? That you grew from child to 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. As a child, were you lesser than a 2-year-old? Today, are you bigger than a child? No. Child is a moment. It's a physical entity at a moment. It's a creation at a moment. Today, an adult is a creation in this moment. You can call evolution of a child to an adult, or you can call the child, in another moment became an adult. So when you are calling evolution, it's not actually evolving. You're not getting bigger and better. You're not becoming bigger and better. It's just another moment to another moment, but that other moment was created through intelligence. And intelligence will always create. And intelligence will create negative also, it will create positive also. Right? And because we want to create all the time, if everything is all the time positive, you can't create. Meetha, 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 taste will go on. What we do, we create khatta, meetha. Negative, positive, negative, positive. जितना टेक्नोलॉजी आ रही है, जितनी टेक्नोलॉजी आ रही है, उतना ही हैकर्स आ रहे हैं. Yes or no? Today our website is suffering because lot of hacking is going on. Quietly someone is deleting our website. So then I come to know this, that when you are evolving, this will also happen. Hackers are becoming more and more intelligent. So these people have to become more intelligent, then they become more intelligent, then they become more intelligent. It's a fight. Only then the creation will happen, no? Yes or no?
But why?
This is there because we have to survive as an intelligence.
Basically, I'm repeating the same question which you raised. Then why this creation? Why should
Because we are intelligence. Because we are intelligence and we are nothing else. We are nothing else other than intelligence. And if we are intelligence, we want to survive. We want to survive like an intelligence. हम है intelligence, we want to survive. But understand, till you associate your evolution, whatever we call application of intelligence, to struggles, to obstacles, to challenges, to pain, to pleasure, you are suffering. That is why we release our association with our body. This body is not mine. It is working, but it is not mine. It's not me. The body is not me. I make it work. I make it work hard. Yes? Today when you go to the gym, you pump so much of iron, you don't feel tired. और ऑफिस में किसी ने कह दिया भाई यहाँ चले जाओ, इस काम से यहाँ चले जाओ, you're so tired. Understand? So it is all your own definition, no? That I am tired because of this, but I am not tired because of this. आज माँ जो है अपने बच्चे को उठाती है, she never feels tired. वो पूरे दिन नहीं कहेगी कि मैंने इतने भारी बच्चे को पूरे दिन उठाया. She will not say. वो कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा काम बोल दो कि आज जरा एक काम कर, तेरी माँ के पास जाके ये दे दे या माँ के साथ यहाँ चला. That will look very tired. कितना काम है. So this work is also a definition now. So what we do in spiritual evolution, why we are doing all this chakra, why we are doing so much of meditation, to release our association we are body, that we are body. Because finally we have to create with our body only, no? Whatever we have to do, we have taken on our body. As an intelligence, we won't create so much, but we want to survive as an intelligence. So what we will do? We created a body. We created a knowledge base, which is the mind. How to do things. And that mind is evolving, it's increasing. Whatever one person is learning, you are forced to tell the other person. Whatever I learned in my meditation, I can't die with it. I have to share with others. Today, A.R. Rahman composes a new music. He has got no choice but to share it with the world. And it goes in the universal data. All the knowledge that people understand in their life, they have to share with the world. They are forced to. Either by way of communication, either by way of Facebook, either by way of WhatsApp, either by way of Twitter, either by way of writing a book, publishing in the newspaper, writing a magazine, or by giving speeches, you are forced to share with people. Why? Because it has to add to the universal data bank, because intelligence wants to create all the time. Intelligence cannot become more intelligent. It cannot become less intelligent. It is either is or it is not. It is either a 0 or a 1, like a computer. Either it is there or it is not there. Right? Intelligence is not becoming a bigger intelligence. It is remaining the same, it is intelligence. But every time the data bank of knowledge is increasing, it is using that knowledge to find a solution. Because if that knowledge is not updated, just like your computers are not updated, after some time you can't match with the evolving technology. Yes or no? So we have faster computers, right, which have got more capabilities because we have to keep in with the touch with the times. So the knowledge database is expanding. Definitely it is expanding, knowledge database. But intelligence is using that knowledge now for some other creation. That knowledge for some other creation. And that is why, in Mahabharata, When Arjun was saying, no, I don't want to do. Krishna wrote an entire Gita to tell Arjun, Utho Parth, Dandi Sambhalo. And basically what he showed his Virat Swarup. See my creation. See what I have created. That is intelligence. Krishna consciousness. See how much I have created. I have created this. All the world that you see today, I have created. And he's so happy. He's showing his Virat Swarup where everything is present. He said, come on, surrender to me. Surrender to the intelligence. Become intelligent. Don't think I am the body, I am the mind, I am the senses. So ye bhi nahi hai. You are intelligence. Surrender to it. Till you don't realize that you are intelligence and you have the power to find solution to every single problem in your life, you are suffering. Today, solution is not to remain nice, sweet, daya dharma, charity, to be honest, to forgive people, to be in the background. That is Sattva Gun. That also you have to release. जो शिव जी के त्रिशूल के जो 3 है ना, एक सत्व गुण. Don't be too sweet, honey, sweet, no. Don't be tamas, अंधेरा, darkness, पता ही नहीं क्या हो रहा है लाइफ में. Don't be that, and don't be even tamasic. तमस नहीं करना है, सत्व नहीं करना है, lastly don't be राजसिक. अटैक करना है, ये करना है, वो भी मत करो. Just relax. Use your intelligence. Find solutions to all the problems. Every problem has to be solved. Every single problem in your life. And the day you become aware, and to solve the problems in your life, you have to expand your brain. You have to become aware. You have to be awake. आँख खोल के जीना है तुमको. सोते हुए नहीं जी सकते. You can't say पता नहीं. पता नहीं is gone. You can't say I don't know why I'm having. I don't know. Never say this word in your life. Open your eyes and say, of course I know. Of course, everything I know. When you open your eyes, when you open yourself to knowledge, when you open yourself to awareness, what is happening in the world, क्या हो रहा है, what should I do, what is demanded of me. You are the same intelligence. It's the same intelligence flowing through everybody. It's just that how big a channel you are. Today, if you are tight and small, your crown chakra is blocked. It's not getting downloaded. It's the same intelligence. It's not that my intelligence is bigger than yours. No, everyone's the same. It's just that you have to open yourself, open your consciousness, go to the higher consciousness, elevate yourself to getting all the vibrations from the universe. You will get all the universe. The data bank is open for everybody to access. Everyone's intelligence is collected at one place. It's collected. Anyone can access that. You can just put your pipe and access it. Whatever you want, you can access it. But you will access as per your being. Whatever is your being. You are a singer, you will access all the singing creative knowledge. You are a healer, you will access all that type of knowledge. Today, all this knowledge about yantras and all, nothing. You will not find this meditation anywhere. You search it. In the biggest of books, you will not find this meditation. No YouTube, you will not find anything, all this information anywhere. But it's just that because I am tapped to the universal, I just meditate. Just 3 days back only I prepared this PPT and this meditation. But yes, in my meditation I used to get this, so I had to, I used to meditate to have meaning with words, using yantras. But when I really sat down to make it, I just tapped into the universal knowledge, tapped it and created it. It's all available for everybody. Today you have to come out of that laziness, of that tamas, of that ignorance, of that thing that it is personal to me. People are doing for me. I am in trouble. I am someone special. Nothing like that. All of us are same. Black and white. Universal intelligence. Just you have taken on different beings. Only then, because everybody is doing the same thing, that is not intelligent. Everyone has to be different. That is intelligent. That is why you can grow. You can grow in all directions. It is the survival of intelligence. Life is survival of intelligence. And because you are intelligence, you want to survive. You have a choice. Do you want to die? Ask anybody, do you want to die? You don't want to die. You want to live, no? That is intelligence. You want to live. But till you are associated with your body, till you are associated with your mind, till you are associated with the senses, I'm sorry, you will suffer. Till you will say, I love this and I hate this, but this gives me happiness and this gives me pain, you're going to see. That is why you need yoga. You need to come out of these definitions. Nothing is pleasure, nothing is pain. Everything is just as it is. Nothing is hard and nothing is easy. Everything is as it is. So when you come out of definitions, a time will come that you will totally recede inside and say, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namah. I am only the pure intelligence. After that, see, understand, today, if the body was not yours, the mind was not yours, the senses were not yours, and you realize you were intelligent, and what is the property of the intelligence? It's three. One is Sat. The intelligence has a property. It is Sat. Sat means it is full of compassion. It's very much aligned to the universal laws. It is the truth and it is Sat. Second property, it is full of love, Chit. So you are compassionate, you are full of love, Chit. And third, you are full of Anand. Imagine there was nothing to worry about. कोई बैंक बैलेंस नहीं है, कोई बुढ़ापा नहीं है, ना मैं पैदा हुआ था तो मरूंगा कैसे? जब मैं पैदा ही नहीं हुआ तो how will I die? Yes or no? I'm intelligence, no? The day you realize that only doing this creation is giving me Anand. Today what is happening is you are aligning to your ego, so you are looking at it like an obstacle. Right? Today suppose you are intelligence, you will look at it an opportunity to live my life. Yes or no? It is just your perception. Do you look at it like an obstacle or do you see it as an opportunity to live who I am? Then you will realize I am using intelligence all the time to run my body. My body is getting digested all the time. All the time my digestion is happening, breathing is happening, circulation is happening. I am using some intelligence now. Yes or no? Every time I feed my body different food. One day chaat papdi comes and I wonder, oh God, how will I digest this chaat papdi? Second day heavy aloo ka paratha. Everything needs intelligence, no? Should I digest it? Should I vomit? Should I, create acidity? Every time there is an intelligence because you need to survive, no? So there is the body intelligence, there is the mind intelligence, there is the sensory intelligence. Every minute when you are breathing, every minute that you are looking around, you are using intelligence. Oh, I can use this, that. You are looking around. You are using intelligence all the time. But you are not satisfied with the little. Only mind, body, sense. You want more, to live your complete self. So for that, you look at all the obstacles, all the challenges. A time comes, you realize there is actually no obstacle, there is actually no challenge. It is just an opportunity to live who I am. It's being a creator. And you realize finally, I am a creator. It's not that I have become a creator. I was a creator from beginning only. I am a creator. And when you realize I am a creator, you realize that only doing creation gives me Ananda. You are in Ananda because you create. Oh, I did this, aha, I did this, aha, I did this, aha. You're all the time happy because you created, because you lived your being. You're in Ananda. And that is the only Ananda. Ananda is not I will run away from everybody and just take where I'll give, I'll go and I'll take this. Nothing like that. Ananda is being in the thick mud of society, applying your intelligence, and with that intelligence realizing yourself as Ananda. आने वाले हफ्ते में ना every time think intelligence, what can I do, how can I find a solution? कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है आपके सामने, everything के लिए बोलो solution. जितना you start looking at solutions, people in this world who are rich, who are successful, who are famous, they are all very intelligent. Yes or no? Whether it is an actor, whether it is a singer, actor is changing his acting style all the time. Singer is changing, the way he sings, he is experimenting with different music and all. Composer is doing different, writer is doing different, politician is, and all the people in this world. Whether they are politicians, or whether they are technocrats, whether they are inventors, whether they are scientists, they are just using their intelligence all the time, and that's why they are wealthy also, successful also, famous also, and the world is telling, see, emulate him, become like him. That's why, Krishna has told in Gita, among all the cows, I am Kamya. Among all the poetries, I am Gayatri. Among all the gestures, I am Birbal. Among all the musicians, I am Tanse. He tells you, come on, be this, be the creator who has realized my work is only to create new things and make the people enthralled with my creation. And that's the only thing you love, nothing else. Don't think spirituality means leaving everything and doing sannyas and merging with God. Nothing like this. सबको intelligent creators बनना है. I'm very sure बहुत लोगों का mind twist हो गया होगा. उनको लगा क्या मेरे को नहीं पता था कि मेरे को creation ही करना है. I thought I will leave everything and nicely relax. There are people who come to me and say कि ma'am see what I want in my life is कि I earn money. You know, I get some money and after that I want to do lot of charity. I said exactly because of this you are not getting money. They always say कि ma'am I want to help people, I'm very loving, I just want money in my bag and then I will donate, I will have charity, I want to help the world. I said, are you Mother Teresa? Are you born for this life purpose? It's not possible. God will never give you money to give to other people. You will get money and Shakti in your life only when you are going to be intelligent in your specific being. He has given you a specific being. He doesn't want you to get so much confused. You have to find your specific being and there you will get as much money as you want. Infinite money, infinite wealth you will get. When you realize your own being, what am I made for? When you realize your true self, after that, money is what? Money is just it's just an aid to live your life. You will get as much money as you want to live your life. But if you say, I want money for this pleasure, getting distracted, why? You don't want to fall further down in the ego. You want to rise above with your intelligence. First, you never ask money, always ask purpose. Don't say, I want money for this. Don't. Are you a beggar? How can the person who owns the entire universe say that I want it? How money can be separate from you? You are the owner of all the wealth in the universe. Right? You have to be a channel. To be a channel so that, you get what you want. You have to define. Everything in this world goes by intention. The power of intention. If you decide that yes, I want to do this in my life, whatever is needed for that, whether it is money, whether it is people, whether it is the right knowledge, right contacts, you will get everything when you set your intention to do what you want, what is right. It will come. See, you have to understand, IQ means that they are not that open. No? They are not that open. Simple. If their mind is not that open, the consciousness is open, not open, that is there. There are children they are born with a lot of consciousness open. Right? It's okay then. Evolving means it is the same being which is living different worlds. Right? But you have to ultimately go to self-realization. Ultimately you have to realize what is your true being. So to learn the lessons, you are born in different families. To learn the lessons that has to be learned.
But there are some people who never learn at all. For example, some beggars, they continue to be beggars.
Yeah, but they will learn in the next birth. How many births they can be beggars? Don't worry about it. Because a beggar, why he became a beggar? Because probably in the last birth,
That is,
he thought that, money was no use to me, or I worked so hard, but I didn't get anything in my life. It's better I don't want to work in my life. Right? Antamati so gati. अंत में जो आपकी मति होती है, that is गति. But अंत में जो आपकी मति होती है, it is very true. It is a sum total of what you felt in your life. So today, when this person is dying, and he thought, what was the use that I worked so hard for everybody, right? I spent all my life for my family, for others, and I didn't get anything. So when he has this kind of emotions and he dies, he decides he doesn't want to work. So beggars are the most, they don't have any challenges easy, they just have to beg. So don't think कि किसी का बुरा है, किसी का अच्छा है, क्योंकि जिसको आप सोच रहे हो ना कि he's got a bad time, actually if you live in his shoes, he's not suffering that much. When you think someone is suffering, वो आवाज ज़्यादा करते होते हैं, कोई ज़्यादा सफर नहीं करता. आज एक अच्छे couch पे बैठ के with lot of wealth also, right? A person can suffer. He can suffer emotionally. Some person is suffering with relationships. Someone is suffering because of money. जिसके पास पैसा नहीं है वो सोचता है यार पैसा होना लाइफ में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। और इतने सारे अमीर लोगों को कहते हैं यार एक प्यार करने वाला होगा तो कुछ पैसे की जरूरत है। तो इट्स ऑल अ रेफरेंस कि कोई कहता है कि भाई मेरे को लोग रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं करते, पीपल डोंट अप्रिशिएट मी, आई एम ऑल द टाइम पुट डाउन। यश होता जिंदगी में और कुछ नहीं चाहिए। सो चाहत जो है ना उसका कोई डेफिनेशन नहीं। हर पर्सन को लगता है कि दूसरी थाली में घी ज्यादा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता। एवरीवन इज इक्वली हैप्पी, इक्वली सैड, कोई ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है। वी हैव टू ओनली लुक एट आवरसेल्फ बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली ओम नमः शिवाय, शिवाय नमः ओम, बिकॉज एवरीबडी एल्स इन योर लाइफ इज जस्ट अ ब्लॉक, इट्स जस्ट अ टूल फॉर यू टू लिव योर लाइफ। यू हैव टू जस्ट सी योरसेल्फ। आज इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट योर चिप, योर कॉन्शियसनेस बैक इनटू योरसेल्फ because you're so much into the world. That is illusion. It's practical. So that is why the meditation is done to do yoga, to realize that it's me only. I have to realize my true nature and I have to live as an intelligence. Understand, it is not the power of the yantra. It is the force field created and how much you are allowing it to manifest in your life. The force field to create only. वो energy, वो resonance has already got created in your environment. It is up to you how much you are absorbing it. But as I said that yes, it is always good to acknowledge if we have got a yantra, we should offer truth to it. There is a reason why we do this like this circle. We are cleansing the energy, purifying it. Vishuddha chakra is round and we always do aarti like this. Yes or no? So this is basically purification. So we do that.
It will not increase the power. It will not increase only your commitment.
It will purify. Power of the yantra is the same, but it will purify the environment to get the energy more. Now Kuber is a yaksh. Kuber की जो story है, he is a yaksh. Yaksh means he lives below the Patal Lok. He is shown as a god, and even the one eye is for eye. So, but he is the one who is the custodian of all the wealth. Today, if you have problems that you earn wealth, but the money goes away very fast. It just goes away in unnecessary expenditures, and at the end of the month, you don't have money with you. You need the Kuber yantra. Because with this yantra, money stays. You are able to accumulate money. It stays in your house. It doesn't go away in unknown wasteful need. But see, because money in one way, if you say, लोगों को लगता है they are running after money, but actually they are running after using their intelligence more. क्योंकि पैसे वाले को और पैसे कैसे मिलेंगे? वेब करने से तो मिलेंगे नहीं. He will get by doing more work. He will get by using his intelligence in more novel ways. You have to become more and more creative to earn more and more wealth. So eventually, it's a very good energy and it's a very good hunger that universe has created inside people. Because of this hunger, they are running towards their real self with intelligence. Even if you don't chant the mantra and you just focus on the window and you look outside and then you focus inside, it will also work. But mantra accelerates it. See, we are trying from all possible ways to accelerate it. So even if you don't use the mantra, the yantra works. That is why when you install the yantra in your office, home, surroundings, we have got a Vahan Durgatma yantra which is very good for the car. Today, if you have always had fear of your car meeting with accident, once you install that yantra, it will never have an accident. You put it in the car, you can either place it on the dashboard. Do we have it here? Yeah. So either you put it on the dashboard or we have also have a silver yantra which my people prepare with some crystals and you can hang it on your window. Not window. Mirror. There is a mirror. So when you hang it on the mirror, there is a Vahan Durgatma yantra. And many people, they find so much benefit. I personally also. In my car, whenever my driver used to take it out, some nick or bump used to. Every time, he used to come back with some kind of repair needed in the car. Then finally, when we installed this yantra, somehow maybe it keeps the driver awake. And this yantra was used by Krishna on the pataka of Arjuna in the chariot in Mahabharata. The Vahan Durgatma yantra was what was there on the flag. That is why it has so much of significance. And then we have got a Vashikaran yantra, which is actually quite popular, which I don't advocate, but a lot of people buy this Vashikaran yantra basically to get a loved one in their life. So So they do it, and not necessary for a woman only. They also do Vashikaran to their bosses, so that the boss listens to them. You know, the boss gets hypnotized because of them. So they have a Vashikaran yantra, is very popular. Then there is a Lagna Yoga yantra for faster marriage, shadi ke liye. So you can meditate on it so that you can find your life partner. There is a Kal Sarpa yantra, people who have got this dosha. Then there are yantra for every single planet. Today you are going through Shani problems. Now what is Shani problems means? It is teaching you lessons of the Agya Chakra. You have Mangal Dosh means you have to learn lessons of the Mooladhara. So either you come to Chakra Yoga and listen, or you can pray to the Mangal Yantra. You can look at the Mangal Yantra and you can carry it on your body. You can keep it near your work desk. So Mangal Yantra will help you in the Mangal Dosh. So like that we have got Yantra for every possible god, goddess, creative energy. Now, see, we are not satisfied with just individual yantra. So what we do, we combine yantra together. So we make Mahayantra. Rudra Center was the first company in the world to make Mahayantra. Because when I started 16 years back, now people were not happy with one or two yantra. So what I used to do initially, I used to frame them. I used to tell, okay, what all you want? I want obstacles, I want wealth also, I want success also. So I said, okay, you take Ganesh also, and you take Kuber also, and we have got one Karya Siddhi. I said, you take one Karya Siddhi. So I used to frame them in one frame. So we have got Mahayantra, which I will show you. This is the hanging Mahadurga. Hanging, right? So you can hang it and be free of sacrifice. So now, people say, Bhagwan, people come and say, कि मेरे तो सारे ग्रह खराब हैं, सारे ग्रह. So then they pray to the Navgraha, right? These are all the 9 planets together in one yantra. So Navgraha से क्या है कि all your different doshas you can keep. At least you know that all the different gods are working for your planets. Now this is a popular yantra which we have. Many people have issues with protection and health and protection. So they pray to the Raksha Kavach Mahayantra. So in this we have 4 yantras. One is Mahamrityunjay, Mahakali, Ram, Raksha and Hanuman. So all the 4 gods are there for your protection in the house.
उसमें चारों पे अलग-अलग फोकस करना पड़ता है।
Alag-alag. Yes. This is mainly for installing, and when you want to install, you can either frame it. We do frame yantras also. So you can either frame it and you can keep with the plastic or without the plastic. It doesn't really matter. And you can keep it like this on your desktop. You can keep like this or you can keep vertical. It doesn't matter whether it is horizontal or whether it is vertical. And every day, whenever you have time, you can just focus on the mid. And you can people apply a sandal paste dab here, in the center, in the center, in the center. So like this, you can focus on the yantra, do darshan of it and leave for work. And you know that it is going to create an energy field in your house to get these energies. Then I'll show you a few more. This one is another popular yantra which is the Sarva Siddhi yantra. I felt that these are the yantra which is for all the different siddhis. So it has got a Shri yantra, a Kuber yantra, a Durga yantra, Ganesh, Mahasudarshan, Vishnu and Navdurga. So many yantras inside. This is what is there in my cabin also. I have framed this in my cabin. So it has got all the different vibrations which keep on working for you. As you know that people are also wearing the yantra in the tabis. So understand that they will work even if you are not having darshan. It's the presence of the yantra which is important. Then there is for the 10 Mahavidyas, people who are very much into spirituality, into developing their siddhis and their powers. So they pray to all the 10 Durga forms. 10 Mahavidyas. These are 10 Mahavidyas. So like this we have got a Gyan Vriddhi Mahayantra also, which has got all the gods for knowledge. So Saraswati, Ganpati, so this is very good for the students, the Gyan Vriddhi Mahayantra. And then we have got a Sarva Rog Mahayantra, which is for diseases. So if you find that in your family people are falling sick very often, you can install the Sarva Yoga Yantra in your home, and you will find that the negative energy or the sickness and all will start. Anywhere you want, preferably facing north or east. But it should be in your vicinity. It should not be somewhere where you are not seeing it. And preferably, one yantra works in one room with maximum force. So if you want the Gyan Vidhi to be in your children's room, you hang it like a frame in your children's room.
So who should be northeast?
Yantra
I'm
should
facing
be-
the yantra,
Yantra.
and I'm facing northeast, so yantra is facing north.
Yantra should face north or east so that it gets the energy charged to give the vibration.
Face not, you put it on southward.
Yes. Or put it on the west.
So when I'm looking at the yantra, I'm in southeast.
Yeah. But how much long you will look at the yantra? You will look at the yantra for a few minutes. The yantra will look at the sun for whole day. You know, it will look at the positive direction whole day. So your direction doesn't matter. If you go to temples, you will see the Mahalakshmi is facing east. Ganpati is facing north. When I went to Siddhivinayak temple, I went with the compass. So I was checking, what he is facing. He was facing north. Lakshmi and Mahalakshmi is facing east. So it's important for the gods to face those directions. We have every possible yantra. We have more than 600 yantras. Here we have just kept some 19 varieties. But we have more than 600 yantras. For everything possible, there is a yantra. And yantras are very, very popular in the West because they see the results. They see the results of
Many
it.
of them take care of the Saraswati.
Yeah. Yes. And Western people, though, they find results like any. So they are the ones who maximum use yantra. And it came actually from our Hinduism. But they have realized mandalas and they paint it on silk. They hang it on their wall or they make paintings out of it. But these brass ones are most popular because the etching is very fine. Right? Etching is very accurate, very fine. So popularly we sense the ones sold made of copper or brass or panchadham. These yantras are more popular. See, yantras will create that subtle field for balancing your chakras also. But if you wear Rudraksha and gemstones, the effect is more direct because of the frequency and all it gives. So for self, I will suggest go for Rudraksha or gemstones. Actually, जब यंत्र को ताबीज की तरह पहन सकते हैं तो ग्लव बॉक्स में भी काम करना चाहिए और उसको एक्नॉलेज करना चाहिए. अगर आपने ग्लव बॉक्स में रखा और उसके ऊपर अपना सारा बाकी का सामान रख दिया तो नहीं चाहिए. It has to be acknowledged. It has to have a special place. I will suggest if you can hang it, it is better. It is Sri Yantra. Sri Yantra is the one for life purpose. It is the union of Lalita, Tripurasundari and Shiv, which is you. So you have to actually sit on top of the Sri Yantra.
So is there a Rudraksh like Sri Yantra? Is there a Rudraksh like Sri Yantra which helps you?
Actually, you can say that there are multiple Rudraksh which finally form a Sri Yantra. It's the Gauri Shankar. And Gauri Shankar also come from one mukhi till 21 mukhi. So if you wear all the Gauri Shankar from 1 mukhi to 21 mukhi, they will facilitate the union. That is why it is called the king of the yantras, Sri Yantra. क्या अलग अलग मेटल में यंत्र का अलग अलग इफेक्ट होता है? What could be the answer? Good question. Basically, I feel that metal का probably effect होता है because it is written, I read somewhere that if a yantra is made in gold, the power lasts for several years. If it is made in silver, it is little lesser. If it is made in copper, all our yantras are gold plated copper. So we are using gold also and the cheapness of copper. So in copper, below that is brass. So people do attribute, power to the yantra. When it is made in silk, we make on gemstones also. So definitely the power will be affected by the metal. Because in one way metal is a conductor. It will allow it to travel. So metal ones should do better. Because crystals are gemstones and gemstones work through color. They work through transference of color to your physical self. Color to your different chakras. All your chakras are made up of different colors, right? So when you use a crystal or a gemstone, it channels copious amount of color into the chakra. So that is color therapy. This is shape therapy, right? Rudraksha is frequency therapy. Mantra is sound therapy. So everything is a different type of therapy. Sri Yantra, no, we make in many different. We make in all possible gemstones. We have got Sri Yantra in gemstones in at least 100 varieties. We have got of Spatik, which is most popular. Then we have got a ruby, emerald, blue sapphire, jade. We have got all possible gemstones, Shri Yantra. The most popular. So like this, see there are a lot of variety, it's infinite. When you go into it, then you find it infinite. Everything is infinite. But yes, you can choose what you like. You can start with few yantras at a time and just see the effect that you have, how you feel attuned to them. And later on, you can read about them and decide what you want with them. Like you can. See, when you have a pocket size yantra, I advise people that every day in the morning, when you are doing your small prayer before going for work, I advise that you take it, put it on your palm of your right hand, look at the yantra, focus on the bindu, chant the mantra of that yantra at least 9 times or 11 times, touch it on your forehead and then keep it in your pocket and start.
And any restrictions like no leather purse or
There's no restriction.
Pocket could mean even the purse, which like pocket could mean even the purse. Like,
Yeah, but you can keep in your front pocket. Most of the men have got pocket.
what about the ladies? So sometimes they don't have their purse.
Yeah. I will suggest that see, if you keep in your bag, you'll be keeping your bag here or there. You know, it's better to keep in your pocket. Right? Not in your bottom pocket, in your top pocket. It's good. You can do that and it will work in your environment. First way we have to understand, because I think personally that since leather is banned, right? Most of the works is made of leather and leather is not allowed in spiritual places. It might mean that leather is an obstruction. Leather doesn't allow the vibration to pass through it. Okay? Leather is all animal skin. It's like a different being. So I will suggest that if you are putting in a purse, then it should not be of leather. Then you can put it in a purse. Who wants to do Vashikaran will wear it. Yeah, he will not know. Like there are people who ask me, man, the person that I want, you know, he lives in another country. Will the yantra still work? So I said, see, the distances and all is all physical. You know, mentally, on a spiritual plane, there is no distance. So when you wear the yantra, you can chant the mantra. So thoughts travel, your emotions travel, your desires travel. So, because you want to basically develop that force field within you. You don't have to worry about the distance. Most of the these yantras will create a field, but it depends on the karmic energy also. If you don't have, you know, energy, that karmic bond, it will only dissolve very subtle blockages. Right? Today, if your relationship is built on very solid grounds and there is a kind of little misunderstanding, the yantra will clear it. But today, that person is not meant for you, he doesn't want to be with you, and he is on another path. You can't really call him, you can't hypnotize and really call him back. So, we have to be very grounded also when we see this. You know, don't have to be very carried away also for everything. Okay?
At a time, how many yantras we can keep?
I told you 16 yantras are already in the tamis.
Already we can keep.
You can keep any number of yantras, but you cannot repeat a yantra in a house. The moment you repeat, they will get cancelled. You cannot repeat even God's murtis in the same room. You cannot keep 2 Ganpati in the same room. You cannot repeat geometries. So, little bit you are keeping for decoration, it's okay, but they are cancelling the room. You can keep it separately. But I will advise that for a yantra, you keep only one type of yantra in the whole house.
No, you carry one.
Carry is no problem. Carrying and keeping you can do simultaneously, because that is affecting the body and that is affecting the environment. But in the same house, like suppose you are taking Sarva Siddhi and Sarva Siddhi has got a Shri Yantra, then you don't take another Shri Yantra and keep in the house. So it's very important to avoid duplication of the yantras. Just like they say, you never keep 2 shivlings in the same place. So we should avoid duplication of geometries because we will cancel each other. Okay? So thank you so much.